Thomas Isidore Noel Sankara was born on 21st December 1949 in Yako, Upper Volta, which is present-day Burkina Faso. This small town, nestled in the heart of West Africa, was a place of rich cultural heritage and deep-rooted traditions. The people of Yako lived simple lives, deeply connected to their land and community. He was born into a modest family. His parents, like many others in the region, worked tirelessly to provide for their children. They instilled in young Thomas the values of hard work, integrity, and a sense of duty to one's community.
His father was a veteran soldier who had served in the French colonial army. He had seen the world beyond their small town and understood the complexities of colonial rule and the struggles for independence that were sweeping across Africa. And I was a hard-working farmer. Our lives were not easy, but we were proud of our heritage and determined to give our children a better future.
From a young age, Sankara displayed intelligence and a thirst for knowledge, and he was curious about the world around him and always eager to learn new things. His teachers quickly noticed his potential and encouraged him to pursue his studies with dedication. He excelled in school, impressing his teachers and peers. His academic achievements were a source of pride for his family and a beacon of hope for his community. They saw in him the promise of a brighter future.
Though we were not wealthy, we believed in the power of education. We knew that knowledge was the key to unlocking opportunities and breaking the cycle of poverty that had plagued our people for generations. We believed in the power of education. We made sacrifices to ensure our son received a good education. We worked long hours in the fields and went without many comforts so that Thomas could have the tools he needed to succeed. We made sacrifices to ensure our son received a good education. It was not easy, but we were determined. We knew that education was the key to a better future, not just for Thomas, but for our entire community.
He attended a local Catholic school where he received a solid foundation in both academics and moral values. The school was run by dedicated teachers who believed in nurturing the potential of every child, and later he went to a military academy. This was a turning point in his life. The discipline and training he received there helped to shape his character and hone his leadership skills. At the military academy, Sankara's leadership qualities began to emerge. He was not just a student, he was a leader in the making. His peers looked up to him, and his instructors recognized his potential.
Even as a young boy, I questioned injustice. I could not understand why some people had so much while others had so little. I saw the suffering of my people and knew that something had to change. I saw the poverty and inequality in my country. It was everywhere, in the villages, in the towns, and even in the cities. The gap between the rich and the poor was vast, and it seemed to be growing wider every day. I believed things could be different. I believed that with the right leadership and a commitment to justice, we could build a better future for all our people. This belief became the driving force behind everything I did.
These early experiences shaped his worldview. They gave him a deep understanding of the challenges facing his country and a burning desire to make a difference. He knew that the road ahead would not be easy, but he was ready to face whatever obstacles came his way and ignited a passion for social justice. This passion was not just a fleeting emotion, it was a lifelong commitment. It drove him to speak out against injustice, to stand up for the oppressed, and to fight for a better future for all. This passion would later define his life and legacy. Thomas Sankara would go on to become one of Africa's most beloved and respected leaders. His vision, courage, and unwavering commitment to justice would inspire generations to come. His story is a testament to the power of one individual to make a difference, and to the enduring spirit of the people of Burkina Faso. Sankara's military training further developed his discipline and strategic thinking. His journey into the military was not just about learning how to wield weapons or command troops. It was about understanding the intricate balance between power and responsibility. The rigorous training sessions, the endless strategic planning meetings, and the countless hours spent studying maps and strategies honed his ability to think critically and act decisively. This period of his life was crucial in shaping his future as a leader who would challenge the status quo and strive for a better society. He excelled in his studies and physical training. His dedication to his physical fitness was not just about personal health, it was a testament to his commitment to being the best soldier he could be. He understood that a strong body was essential for a strong mind. and he pushed himself to his limits in every training session. His peers and superiors quickly took notice of his exceptional abilities, both in the classroom and on the training field. He graduated with honors and embarked on a promising military career. His graduation was a moment of pride, not just for him, but for his family and community. It marked the beginning of a journey that would see him rise through the ranks of the military, earning respect and admiration along the way. His early military career was characterized by a series of successes that showcased his leadership skills and his unwavering commitment to his duties.
In 1970, at the age of 20, I was commissioned as an officer in the Upper Volta Army. This was a significant milestone in my life, a moment that filled me with both pride and a sense of responsibility. As a young officer, I was eager to prove myself and make a difference. The military was not just a career for me, it was a calling, a way to serve my country and contribute to its development. I was commissioned as an officer in the Upper Volta Army. This role came with immense responsibilities and challenges, but I was ready to face them head-on. The military ceremonies, the formalities, and the traditions all instilled in me a deep sense of duty and honor. I knew that my actions and decisions would have a significant impact on the lives of those I led and served. My military prowess was evident. I quickly gained a reputation for being a disciplined and strategic thinker. My superiors recognized my potential and entrusted me with important tasks and missions. The awards and accolades I received were a testament to my hard work and dedication. But for me, the true reward was the opportunity to make a difference, to lead by example, and to inspire others to strive for excellence.
He received further training in Madagascar, where he was exposed to new ideas and perspectives. This experience broadened his horizons and deepened his understanding of the complexities of military strategy and leadership. The interactions with Malagasy soldiers, the exposure to different training methods, and the opportunity to learn from experienced military leaders all contributed to his growth as a soldier and a leader, where he witnessed the power of popular uprisings. These uprisings were a powerful reminder of the strength and resilience of the people. They showed him that true power lies not in the hands of a few, but in the collective will of the masses. This realization had a profound impact on him, shaping his views on leadership and governance. He began to see the military not just as a force for maintaining order, but as a potential catalyst for positive change. He also trained in France, where he was exposed to a different set of ideas and ideologies. The time he spent in France was a period of intense learning and reflection. He immersed himself in the study of political theories and philosophies, seeking to understand the underlying principles that shaped societies and governments. This intellectual journey was as important as his military training, providing him with the tools to critically analyze and challenge the status quo, where he was exposed to Marxist ideology. The ideas of Marxism resonated with him, offering a framework for understanding the social and economic inequalities that plagued his country. He saw in Marxism a potential solution to the problems of poverty, corruption, and exploitation. The discussions and debates he participated in during this time helped him refine his own ideas and develop a vision for a more just and equitable society. These experiences deepened his understanding of social and political dynamics. He realized that true change required more than just military might. It required a deep understanding of the underlying social and political structures. He became increasingly aware of the interconnectedness of various issues and the need for a holistic approach to solving them. This realization would later inform his policies and actions as a leader.
Despite my success within the military ranks, I remained troubled by the deep-seated inequalities in Upper Volta. The more I learned and experienced, the more I became aware of the injustices that plagued our society. I saw the stark contrast between the lives of the privileged few and the struggles of the majority. This awareness fueled my desire to fight for a more just and equitable society. I remained troubled by the deep-seated inequalities in Upper Volta. The poverty, the lack of opportunities, and the systemic injustices were a constant source of frustration for me. I knew that something had to change, and I was determined to be a part of that change. My experiences in the military and my exposure to different ideologies had given me the tools and the perspective I needed to challenge the status quo. I was critical of the corruption and neocolonialism that plagued our country. I saw how these forces undermined our independence and perpetuated the cycle of poverty and inequality. I spoke out against these issues, even when it was risky to do so. I believed that true independence required more than just political freedom, it required economic and social justice. This belief would become a central theme in my later work as a leader.
He believed that true independence required more than just political freedom. For Sankara, independence was not just about breaking free from colonial rule. It was about creating a society where everyone had the opportunity to thrive. He envisioned a nation where the wealth and resources were shared equitably, where corruption was eradicated, and where the people had a say in their own governance. This vision was radical and ambitious, but it was rooted in a deep sense of justice and a genuine desire to improve the lives of his fellow citizens. Sankara's outspoken nature and commitment to social justice earned him both admiration and suspicion. His willingness to speak truth to power and challenge the established order made him a hero to many, but it also made him a target for those who felt threatened by his ideas. He was acutely aware of the risks he was taking, but he remained steadfast in his commitment to his principles. He believed that the fight for justice was worth any personal sacrifice.
He became a symbol of hope for the oppressed. His words and actions inspired countless people to believe that a better future was possible. He showed them that they had the power to change their circumstances and that they did not have to accept the injustices they faced. His message of empowerment and social justice resonated deeply with those who had been marginalized and oppressed, but also a target for those in power who felt threatened by his ideas. The more he spoke out against corruption and inequality, the more he attracted the ire of those who benefited from the status quo. They saw him as a threat to their power and privilege, and they sought to undermine and discredit him. Despite the growing opposition, Sankara remained undeterred. He knew that the fight for justice was never easy, but he was willing to face any challenge to achieve his vision.
His unwavering belief in the power of the people was the cornerstone of his revolutionary path. He believed that true change could only come from the collective will and action of the people. He saw himself not as a savior, but as a catalyst for the people's own empowerment. His speeches and actions were aimed at awakening the consciousness of the masses and inspiring them to take control of their own destiny, which shape his revolutionary path. His journey was not just about challenging the existing power structures, it was about building a new society based on principles of justice, equality, and solidarity. His vision was bold and transformative, and it inspired a generation of activists and leaders. Sankara's legacy continues to resonate today, reminding us of the power of courage, conviction, and the unwavering belief in the possibility of a better world.